So in this video, we're going to talk about whether you should use a no contest clause in your will. It was Dear Abby who said once, if you want to really get to know somebody, share an inheritance with them. When it's time to split up a pile of money, sometimes people show their true colors. And I've dealt with a number of people over the years who have asked me, Paul, I'm worried that my son, my daughter, my daughter-in-law, my son-in-law, I'm worried that so-and-so might, cause some type of will contest when I pass away. Is there anything we can put in the will to make sure that, if somebody does contest something, they don't get anything? So that's called a no contest or in terrorem clause. It usually says something like this. I'm kind of being short and to the point here, but the wording usually says something like, if any person attempts to contest or oppose the validity of this will, then such person shall forfeit his or her share. So I know in 2 states these no contest clauses are unenforceable, Florida and Indiana, but in all the other states in some form they're permissible. What triggers someone losing their inheritance if there is a no contest clause? It's usually an attempt to set aside the will or set aside a bequest in the will. Now there are some actions that sometimes heirs take when there is a no contest clause that doesn't trigger them losing the inheritance. Things like just a lawsuit to construe the terms of the will, or a suit to determine whether a particular action by an executor is consistent with the will, or maybe even a suit to determine whether a particular challenge would violate the no contest clause. I will tell you these no contest clauses are typically construed by the courts strictly and narrowly, and you need to be cautious when you use them. But at a minimum, it may cause those heirs to think twice about bringing some action. I don't like a bunch of unnecessary legal gobbledygook in the wills, but this is certainly an optional miscellaneous provision that, especially if one is handwriting their own will, it's worthy of consideration, but I would say it's not in most wills. State-specific does vary, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll keep you posted, keep educating you so that you can do what you need to do to protect your family, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. We'll see you next time.